Okay. This is definitely going to be an interesting game. Hmm. What's up, Raph? Thanks for tuning in, man. I really appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, um, it was a tough one for Colorado, man. It really was. Um, they really need to build in the trenches. That's the first thing. They need some more offensive linemen, stronger offensive linemen. They need to get those boys stronger. Defensive linemen. They have to work on their fundamentals with the defensive line, with the defense overall. A lot of poor tackling, a lot of poor tackling, but the foundation is there. People can sleep on Oregon, on Colorado all they want, but you're going to see in the future um, how Coach Prime is going to develop the program. So I'm really looking forward to it. So make sure everybody hits the like button, subscribe to the Hardcore Network as well as my channel, and make sure you share on all your social media platforms. It really helps. Thank you. We really appreciate you contributing to what we're trying to do here. So right now we're just facing a lot of pregame talk and waiting for things to step up in terms of the game itself. So um, just bear with me. I'm just making sure I get everything all situated. So I hope everyone is having a great football Saturday. I know I have been, from watching the Rutgers game, my Scarlet Knights, tough one for my team. Then watching the Oregon and the Colorado, and now I'm getting ready for the big one, Notre Dame and Ohio State. The Big Ten versus an ACC partner, even though they are an independent. And there is the bus. The bus is there in South Bend. So I was reading something online where it says that NFL teams that are at the game, you have the Ravens, the Panthers, the Browns, the Cowboys, the Lions, the Texans, the Colts, Chargers, Rams, Dolphins, Saints, Eagles, Niners, Seattle Seahawks, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Tennessee Titans. So it's a lot of teams out there scouting because there is going to be a lot of talent there. So it's going to be a really interesting game. I really like what I'm seeing here, what's about to happen. So again, it's going to be a really game. They've met. I had the history here. They've met a total of over the course of their time. This will be the third time in history that Notre Dame is hosting Ohio State, and each 10 teams top ranking is on the line. In terms of the overall history, they've met a total of 2, 4, 6, 7 times. Notre Dame has won 2. The first 2 were in 1935 and 1936. And then Ohio State won in 95, 96, 2006, 2016, and then last year. So it's a really, really, even though these are 2-story programs, they haven't met that much on the football field. Now, Notre Dame, conversely, always meets Michigan. So, that's one Big Ten team that they always meet. Northwestern is another one. So I know that, and Purdue. Those are 3 that I know Notre Dame normally faces or has faced throughout history. So it's definitely an exciting game. The thought of the game, these 2 teams are really set to be a good matchup. The quarterbacks may be key, in Hartman for Notre Dame, and Kyle, what's his name again, for Ohio State. Kyle McCord, number 6. So, like I said, it's going to be an interesting matchup. I'm really excited for this. This is, what it's always about, especially on Saturdays, college football Saturdays. For me, this is what it's about, the pageantry, the intrigue, the big games. Like I said earlier, all the NFL teams that are there, scouting the players, the talent, because these 2 schools recruit. They definitely recruit nationally. So it's really, really, really a great game matchup for me. So definitely want to see the defenses. Notre Dame's defense has been playing well for Coach Freeman. And, Ohio State has been playing pretty decently in terms of their defense. It's not where it can be, but, they are working to get there. Now, with Kyle McCord at quarterback, that's, this is really his first time, starting. So, it's going to be intriguing. So, Notre Dame is 4-0, and then Ohio State is 3-0. Ohio State ranked number 6 in the AP poll, while Notre Dame is number 9. So Coach Freeman is walking out. One of the other intrigues, which most people haven't been talking about, they forget Coach Freeman did play for Ohio State, so he's coaching against his alma mater. So, it's a really intriguing matchup because, look, you coach against your alma mater, you definitely want to bring it. You definitely want to bring it. And then your players, they want to win it for you, because they know that that's your school you went to. It's something special. So, I really like this. So, and, it's a great feeling to be out there in South Bend. If you've never been, I know plenty of people that have gone to South Bend. I was hoping to go one time in my lifetime. So, we'll see. I don't know, but just the thought of going out there and watching a game, a Fighting Irish game. The history. Most people don't know. They know me as a fan of Rutgers Scarlet Knights since the '80s, but I actually started out as a fan of Notre Dame. So all the teams back in the '70s. The lead ups to the national championship back in 1988. When I was a kid, that's all I used to see on TV. It was either USC or Notre Dame. And, USC most times was late, but Notre Dame was fairly early. So I got to see them. And, also Penn State, early in Joe Pa's career. In the middle of his career. So, but, the Fighting Irish were that team until I fell in love with Rutgers. So, yes, I have a little attachment to Notre Dame because of that. So, follow them strongly, throughout the years, rooted hard when they won the national championship with Tony Rice at quarterback, Raheem Ismail, Ricky Waters, all the players. But now it's a new era. Ohio State, Marvin Harrison Jr., is he going to show up today? Is he going to be able to put it on the table? Because a lot of the scouts are there. So, I'm really intrigued to see that along with all the other top talents. So, again, really interesting game. So, and the pageantry, the matchup. So, what do you guys think on terms of the game? What is your expectation? So what's up, Philly Sports Rap? Thanks for tapping in. Make sure everyone hits the like button for the Hardcore Network, for Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports, and also sharing all your social media platforms. So, but again, what are your thoughts in terms of this game? I mean, are you excited? Are you intrigued? Who are some of the players you're interested in seeing, produce and perform, in terms of the game? I will say Aldrick Esterman, Jersey boy, played at St. Joseph's, big boy, strong boy, physical runner. I'm intrigued to see what he will do out there on the gridiron. But he's a tough runner. Anyone who goes up against him, you know that you're in a hard fought game. So, Raft, again, thanks for tuning in. Philly Sports Rap, thanks for tuning in. You're rooting for Ohio State. Okay, Philly Sports Rap. Is there anyone in particular, any players? Is it the quarterback? Is it the defense? Are you looking for the coaching matchup? Or, is it just, you just want to root for O State? So let me know. So I personally, there's a part of me that, is Notre Dame because of my history. It's my first college football team, but O State is Big Ten. So, I'm a Rutgers fan. So I do rep the Big Ten. I'm proud, to see what's happening and going on in the Big Ten, especially with the new additions, the new 4 additions coming from the West Coast next year. As Raph talked about, he said it, earlier about Colorado and Oregon, and as I said to him, Colorado needs to, they have to build up the trenches. That's really what it boils to. But the intrigue is there. I read an article that in the first 3 games, they've generated in Colorado $90 million. So that tells me that the support is going to be there, in the long run. So, but here it is. There's Coach Parker, the strength and conditioning coach or assistant. Coach Parker was actually at Rutgers with Coach Ash. Sorry they didn't do a good job, but hey, there's Hartman. So Notre Dame will be kicking off. So Ohio State will be receiving the ball and going on offense first. So the ball is kicked off and it's deep. Johnson will let it a touchback into the end zone. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Ohio State at their 25-yard line. Kyle McCord and the offense are getting ready, getting amped up, and he's coming out. Philly Sports Rap says, Marvin Harrison, I love watching him. Notre Dame started being a rival for me after the last few run-ins with my favorite team, FSU. Then this should be a good game, though. Yeah, I agree with you. FSU, I go back to watching those games, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, but Ohio State starts in a 3-by-1 orbit and flexed out to Egbugo, and the defense is right there for a 4-yard loss, and it will be 2nd and 14. So that's a good defense, good read, good responsibility. Everyone stayed true to playing their keys. So Notre Dame is in the Kelly green with the gold helmets. Ohio State is in white jersey, silver pants, and gray pants and gray helmets, red striping. Motion across. Playing looks like Notre Dame is in single high, handoff, and to who's that? Henderson. Looks like it's Henderson. Yes. So good hit. Good trash talking. I like seeing that. So it's going to be a second down. Looks like he picked up, what did he get, about 8 yards? Not, and they got 9 yards, 8 yards. So it'll be third and about 6. And Ohio State looks like they'll be at their 29-yard line. So they have to get to the 35 for a first down. All right. Notre Dame, Ohio State started in a bunch to the left. They flexed out to a spread 3 by 1, running back to the right of McCord. McCord drops back, hits the tight end right over the middle, and runs over the official. Get out the way. But that'll be a first down, and we'll keep the clock, keep the chains moving. So that was a pickup of about, looks like it was a pickup about 9, but now it's a inside zone. That's to Henderson. Notre Dame stop, and it'll be second and about 8. So Ohio State's looking like they're really trying to get into a good rhythm. I mean, I know it's just starting, but calls getting in pretty quickly, and they're getting lined up. 21 seconds on the play clock. Guys are being positioned. It was a 1 by 3, motioned out to 2 by 2. Notre Dame is in a 2 high look, straight pass, and a hit to, that's the tight end, stiff arm, and he picks up about a good 12 yards and another first down. So Ohio State moving the ball. Like I said, they're starting to get into a nice rhythm. You know, when they flex the tight end out, that's a big boy. So, and what is he doing? He's taking those little guys and just throwing them to the side. Now the ball is going up downfield, and that's to a Buku, and incomplete pass. Good coverage by the defense. So it'll be second down. So defense was a little bit late, but he was in good phase right there, hip, hand fighting on both. I know some will say, well, that looks like it's interference. They're both pushing off. So when you see situations like that, the referees are going to let them go. So definitely liking the matchups, liking what I'm seeing. Right now, it's 2 by 2. Tight end is on the right. That's the one who's been, and was he offsides? They blew it dead. Is he in the neutral zone or false start? They're going to mark off false start against the offense. So that'll move him back 5 yards. Still first down. So it looks like it's first down, false start on number 70. Yeah, he did. He definitely did. It was a false start. So we'll move it back, and it'll be second and 15. Okay, so getting the plays in. Guys are looking to the sideline to get the call. Crowd is really into it. Right now, he's in a pistol, 1 by 3 with the tight end flex right off of the left guard, right tackle, running a little outside zone. Pickup of about 3 yards. And this should be about a third and about 12. So that penalty looked like it really caught them and put them back behind the chains. You don't want to always do that. You want to try and stay ahead of the chains, especially as a visitor in enemy territory. So right now it's about a third and 12. Right now it's 1 by 3, 3 to the field side, running back to the left of the cord, and he's going right down the field and overthrow a Bugo. And now it's fourth down. So what are we going to do with Ohio State? Are they punting the ball? More than likely they are going to punt the ball. Yeah, they're right around the 47-yard line. So yes, McCord has to do a better job. I mean, I appreciate the read. It was there. He squeezed it a little bit, but he needs to be a little bit more accurate. But good defense, good over-the-top help by the safety. So Ohio State is in punt formation. They're in a standard punt formation. And right now, Ohio State looks like they're overload to the right of Ohio State. Punt is off. Fair catch at the 11-yard line for Notre Dame, right in the middle of the field. So good defensive stop. Now it's up to the Notre Dame offense. They got 89 yards to travel, but it's a great opportunity for them because number one, you stopped Ohio State's offense. So now you want to capitalize, you want to attack them defensively. You want to move the ball down the field, and you want to get in position to, if you have to kick a field goal, kick a field goal. But realistically, you're trying to move it down the field to score that touchdown. That's always the ultimate prize. So, but what is Notre Dame going to do? How are they going to attack the Ohio State defense? My estimation is they're probably going to come out and either hit them with some type of run, some type of either power inside zone, or maybe even try to give them a play action and go over the top to let the defense know that they're not going to sit back. They're going to attack them. So it'll force the defense to play back a little bit more. So it's really intriguing. So I thank everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the Hardcore Network as well as on Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. And make sure you subscribe to both networks as well as share on all your social media platforms. We really appreciate it. It helps our channels grow. So thanks a lot. But what are you guys' thoughts right now in terms of that first series, between Ohio State and Notre Dame? Were you surprised that Ohio State ended up having the punt? Did you think that, they were moving and they were going to get in position to end up scoring? Do you feel the penalty hurt them? What's up? Let's go, DK. Thanks for tapping in. I really appreciate you, man. So personally speaking, like I said earlier, I think that penalty is really what threw them off. You really try not to get those types of penalties. Excuse me a second. Getting those penalties are, throws you off rhythm. So that's important. So sorry about that. I don't know if you guys were hearing the commotion outside my apartment, so just wanted to close my door. If you did hear it, I do apologize about that. And looks like we're going to be ready to come back from commercial break. Fans, like I said, are wearing their Kelly Green shirts, Notre Dame in their Kelly Green jerseys, and we're set to go. Hartman is a transfer in also. He transferred in from Wake Forest, where he was a prolific passer down there at Wake Forest. So he does have the ability to, throw the rock. Some have questioned his arm strength, but Notre Dame is lined up in a heavy tight formation. Inside zone to Aldrich, and he stopped for a loss of 1 yard. So 91 Williams, good stop right there. And it's going to put Notre Dame behind the sticks. It's going to 2nd and 11. So given the starting lineups, Aldrich, Thomas, Tyree, Mayweather, Evans. So very, very interesting matchup. They came out heavy with 3 tight ends. So right now they're 2 by 2, motioning in 1 tight end to the outside and to the inside, and they're running a mesh concept. There it is, right over the middle of the field. Good job to number 4, and a good pickup of about 25 yards, first down to around the 35-yard line of Ohio State. So one of the new rules that most people, if you follow college football for years, after a first down, the clock would automatically stop. Well, now that no longer is the rule. The clock continues until the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the fourth quarter. So that's supposed to help speed up the time in the game. So now, right now, Notre Dame is getting set. 10 seconds on the play clock, 10 minutes in the quarter. They're out in 12 personnel, 2 tight ends to the left, ball deflected. Good job by, is that Eichenberg? No, Sawyer, sorry. But now it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Notre Dame. But good defense by Ohio State. Good job getting into the passing lane for Sawyer, getting the hands up and deflecting the pass. That's one of the things that, defenders need to do when they're not able to get to the quarterback is get your hands up, get deflections. That'll stop the rhythm of the offense. So right now, 2nd and 10. 2 by 2, tight ends to the left, inside fake inside zone RPO to the tight end, and pickup of about 7 yards. So that'll put them in third and short yardage. Notre Dame is really working and using the short to intermediate areas to try and move the ball down the field. So third and 3. So what do? Looks like Ohio State is really pressing and playing the run to take that away because they know how good Aldrich is in Esteban is in the running game. We have 24 in, who's now a scat back. Start with 3 by 1, shift tight end to the right. So we're going 2 by 2, stack sets, motion across. Now we're in a 1 by 3, 83 to the flat, mesh stick route right there to number 88. Good read. Ohio State's in the nice zone. Tight end read the zone, sat right there in the quarterback's face, and gave him a big target. So that way he was able to see where he is and get him the ball. So good job by the offense for Notre Dame. Good way of finding the zone and sitting down and making a play. So, yes, the cheerleaders getting everyone amped up. And it's 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. They're at their 48-yard line. Tight bunch to the left, motion across. And looks like a blitz for Ohio State. And they stopped Aldrich for no gain, looks like. So what I'm noticing right now, when Aldrich is in there, they're really bringing that pressure on to Notre Dame because they want to put the ball into Hartman's hand. That's basically what they're saying. But, if you're looking at the stats of his career, 14,000 yards over at Wake Forest. So that lets you know he is a good passer. All right, quick slant to number 83, pick up of 7 yards. And that will now give you another 3rd and 3 for Notre Dame. So they're starting to get into a nice rhythmic pattern. Even though they're taking the short to intermediate, that's exactly what the defense is giving them. Now it's 2 by 2 with the tight end flex inside, motion 19 across to a 1 by 3, and we're running straight up inside. And it looks like inside zone for another Notre Dame first down. So again, Notre Dame is doing a good job of moving the ball right down the field. So they're flexing it, they're mixing it up, and this is a straight. Looks like it's an attempt at a split zone. That's why that tight end was flexed over. 44 was crashing, and it allowed him to pick up the first down. 2 by 2 at the Ohio State 41-yard line. 1st and 10. Running back to the left of Hartman, or on the right hash marks. Ohio State's readjusting their coverage. Hartman is stumbling, got the ball out into the flat to the running back and to number 3, and pick up of no gain. Was it no gain? They picked up about a yard. Flag on the play. So what's the flag? What do we have right here? Ibn that's that player. He's from Union, New Jersey. His brother actually plays for Rutgers. He was at Ole Miss, and he transferred to Ohio State. The thought was he was going to come to Rutgers, but Ohio State offered him at the last minute. So what are you going to do? You're going to go to Ohio State. So is that a penalty? Did they mark it off? Looks like they did not give them the penalty. So it looks like they called it off. And it's 2nd and 9. So Coach Freeman is really fighting for that, saying that should have been a penalty. He pushed him while he was out of bounds. I guess they're saying that, it was a stumble. All right, so right now it's 3 by 1 with the tight end to the left. Good pass to number 88, right over the middle. What a catch. Right, good over route right over in front of the quarterback. So good job right there in terms of setting everything up. Good job. Good one-handed catch. Oh, wow. That's a great catch. Good job. Good job. Good way of concentrating and good way of bringing that ball in. So right now it looks like Notre Dame is in they're in field goal positioning. They definitely want to get a little bit better yardage so they can get a better field goal, but they're also working well. They're at their 27-yard line of Ohio State. won by 3, inside zone to Aldrich, and he stopped for a 1-yard gain. So again, like I said, the Ohio State defense is keying in on him. They're really trying to take him away. So, Aldrich played at St. Joseph's in New Jersey. So, but it's really Michael Hall Jr. and Tommy Eichenberg are the key players for Ohio State. So, but again, like I said, Ohio State is really keyed in on Aldrich, and they're really taking him away. But Hartman is stepping up right now, and he sees what he needs to do. Also, the on offensive line for Notre Dame. So right now they ran power. They ran a strong side power to Aldrich. And it looks like he picked up about 3-4 yards. So right now it should be about a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Yeah, 3rd and 6. So right now you want to keep your keys. Offensively you want to stay true to what you're doing. Defensively you want to read your keys. You want to get off the field right now. You want to force them to kick a field goal. You do not want them to get a first down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down. So it's important. Motion across, double tights, and 12 personnel. Good job by good pickup and dump off to number 3. Pickup of about 5 yards, and looks like it's going to be a 4th and 1. So now the question is, do you chance it and go for it, or do you take the points? Right now, if it was me, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm taking the points. I'm going for it because I want to send a message, and that's exactly what it looks like they're doing. They're going for it. They want to get that 1 yard because it's sending a message. So right now, Notre Dame comes out in a 3-back set, double tights, motion across with number 88. Now a double wing. And Hartman has the ball, and where do they mark him? They gave him a first down on the run. Good job by Hartman. Only question I might have done at the last minute, but I understand you're looking at the first down. When that defender came off of the receiver downfield, maybe he had the opportunity to get it to him down there in the flat. Let's take a look at the replay, play action. Good pressure by the defense. He's rolling. There it is. I can see it, maybe that defender gets there to knock it off. But again, you do what you have to do to get the first down. Yeah, he's not looking downfield. He's looking at the first down. So, but good job getting the first down. So right now you're going to be at about the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Notre Dame from there. So let's see what we're doing. Is it going to be reviewed? Okay. Are they going to review it? Yeah, they're going to review it. So right now we're waiting to see what the review is. But, if you want, give the little whistle. But again, I like the fact that he went for it. He's being aggressive. Like I said, I would have done the same exact thing. I would have been aggressive, and I would have went for it on that 4th down. Maybe a different play, but Ohio State has been physical and taking away the run. So I guess he figured, they're going to be tight and they're going to take that away. So, you roll your options. I still would have just probably ran for it, worked it. Worst case scenario, we turn it over, but they're deep in their territory. But again, I understand why they're doing it. So, but what do you guys thought so far on this game? How are you feeling? That's what's going on. What are your thoughts? So, let me know what you think. So, but again, like I said, I'm really liking this game so far. How it's starting out. I definitely want to see. I definitely want to see what's going to happen here because if they give them the first down, then what are your tactics? What are your methods? In terms of attacking the defense, do you still keep running your mesh routes, sitting your tight end right in front of the quarterback, or do you still try and hammer them with the run? Do you come back with a little bit of power? Mix it in with some inside zone. Do you bring in Aldrich and run him, or do you use some of your other backs? So, I like the offensive rhythm that Notre Dame is showing. They're doing a good job of mixing it up between the run and the pass. So, but just waiting for this review. I don't know if they probably will just say it's just gonna stand as called because you don't have a good angle. So, but I need to see, when we come back. So, these commercials, man, they're interesting. So here we go. It's coming back from commercial. Do they mark it where the ball is, where it crosses the plane? Is it where he's stepping out? Because if it's where he's stepping out, he's over the first down. But the ball was in his outside hand. So, um, what's going on? I guess they overturned it. So, yeah, they overturned it. Said he was short. So now it's 1st and 10 for Ohio State. I understand. So now it's up to the Notre Dame defense to keep him short. Don't let him get first downs. But again, Ohio State, what are they going to do? Inside zone, pickup of about 1, 2, 3, 4 yards. So it's going to be a 2nd and 6. So you have Travion Henderson and Marvin Harris Jr. are the key players for Ohio State. Jean-Baptiste and Maris Lafua for Notre Dame defensively. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. Notre Dame single high. Looks like straight inside zone. Pickup of another 2 yards to Henderson. Good job. Good stop by the defense. And right now it's going to be about a 3rd and 3. This first quarter seems to be going pretty quickly. I like this. So here we go. McCord with the run, and he's going to be stopped. Pickup of about 1 yard, so he's going to be short by 2 yards, 4th down. So he tried to go quickly with that, but Notre Dame's defense did exactly what it needed to do. It needed to keep them from getting a first down and force them to punt. So good job, defense. And let's see what's going to happen, what kind of return yardage or where they're going to end up at. So ball is away, fair catch sign, and he's down at about the 32-yard line. So this will be Notre Dame's second series, coming out. So again, the Notre Dame offense, even though they didn't get that first down, as you see here, the defense got to stop. So realistically, you're still in that rhythm zone area because you just moved the ball, down the field on the defense. So now you want to get back out there and you want to, get to moving. You want to, move that ball down the field on the Ohio State defense because you want to capitalize now. You want to get those points. So at worst case scenario, you want to get 3 points. So let's see, but. When we come back, they'll be at their 32-yard line, and let's see offensively what Notre Dame is going to do. Now, I am intrigued to see will Notre Dame try and go over the top just one time to force the Ohio State to know that they're going to go over the top. They're not just going to sit there and work the intermediate and the short areas. They're going to go over the top, and this will force the defense to play back just a little bit more, which can also help in the running game. Because when you see when Audric is in there, Esteban Audric, they're pretty much crowding the line of scrimmage. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, and they're trying to take him away. So if you want to try and get the extra man out of the box, go over the top so that way they feel that, this team is still going to go over the top. So, we have to play honest and not crowd the line of scrimmage and think that we're just going to take away the run. So I want to see this offensive series. Like I said, do they go over the top? Do they try? Do they chance it? And does that force Ohio State to play back a little bit more? So, but, right now, tough-minded, physical game for both teams defensively, bending but not breaking, not allowing the offense to capitalize. Ohio State, more so because they allowed Notre Dame deep into the Ohio State territory. But we're going to see what happens going forward from here. So, but again, talk to me, guys. Let me know what you guys feel, what you think about the game so far. Well, are you enjoying the game? Is there something that you would look for in terms of what's happening on the field? So also make sure everyone hits the like button for the Hardcore Network, as well as Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sport. And make sure you subscribe to both channels. So this way, you'll know whenever we post new content. Hall of Famer Tim Brown and Jerome Bettis, I remember them very well at Notre Dame. So Jerome was actually more of a fullback in the offense that was run then. So we're coming back. Notre Dame is breaking the huddle. It's 15 seconds on the play clock. They're in the pistol with an offset fullback. Flexed out to the left, motioned him back across to a 1-by-3. And it's a screen set to the wide receiver, number 10. Pickup of about 11 or 12 yards, 19 to 19. And that will be a first down for Notre Dame. That was a good call. That was a good play. I like that. Caught me a little bit. I wasn't expecting that, but, good job by the offensive lineman getting out there, good running, good movement. Slipping out the center and the guard. This way, it allowed him to pick up the yardage. So, 1st and 10 for Notre Dame. Rocco Spidler is the offensive lineman being highlighted at the Notre Dame 44-yard line, 2-by-2. And to the tight end, and a pickup of about another 11 yards. So, it's going to be another first down for Notre Dame. Notre Dame is doing a good job. They're doing a really good job of moving this ball down the field. Ohio State needs to adjust. They really need to adjust and do a better job. Good scheme, run number 2 to clear out the cornerback so that the tight end can just sit and in that window and be able to move down and pick up the first down. So I'm still looking for that over the top. Hartman is 9 of 10, 90% for 88 yards. So motion across. Fake one way and good run to number 12, pickup of about 10 to 11 yards, and it's going to be another first down. 15 seconds left in the quarter, so this is going to be the end of the first quarter. But again, Notre Dame is moving the ball again. Really good job by Notre Dame offensively. So I like that play concept where you fake it one way. That's called the old buck. What we used to call a buck type of a concept. Old school with the buck, you'd fake one running back going one way and give it to the other running back going the other way. So it's a little bit different because you're not having a cross action like that. You just have the quarterback turn, fake one way and turn and go back to the other way. So, but good job. I really like that. So, but again, man, this is a really good game, man. This really is a good game. I like what I'm seeing right now in terms of how Notre Dame is moving the ball. Ohio State, they're bending but not breaking. But you know what? Sometimes when you bend and don't break, eventually the rubber is going to break. In terms of like a rubber band, you expand it, it's bending, but eventually you pull it too much and it snaps. And that's what I'm wondering if that's what's going to happen here. So, but again, I really like what I'm seeing from Notre Dame offensively. Ohio State is still there. They're fighting. So, I do give them credit. So, but sorry about that. I was looking at some messages I just received. But again, great game, great concept, great move. I know hopefully most fans are enjoying this game like I am, and you're intrigued to see what's happening. So, but can't wait to see what's the next step, what's the next move. Or is Notre Dame going to go over the top, or are they going to still continue to do what they're doing, just wear out Ohio State moving down the field? Let me see exactly where they are, what line of scrimmage that Notre Dame is at right now. So, and I'll give you score updates in a little bit for those of you who might be interested. Looking for Penn State, but here we go. Right now, Notre Dame is at about the Ohio State 34-yard line. At the end of the first quarter, it'll be 1st and 10. In terms of the stats, Ohio State Kyle McCord is 3 of 5, 19 yards. Henderson has 5 carries, 20 yards, and McCord has 1 carry for 2 yards. Stover has 2 receptions on 2 targets for 22 yards. Egbuko has 1 on 3 targets for -3 yards. So, that's it offensively. And as far as Notre Dame, Hartman, like I said, is 9 of 10, 88 yards. And Love has 1 carry for 10 yards. Payne 1 for 4. Estime 4 carries for 3 yards. So they're really shutting him down. Evans 4 receptions on 4 targets for 38 yards. Tyree 1 for 25. So they're really spreading. They're spreading it out nicely in terms of the offense, and they're mixing it up. So good job by Notre Dame in their concepts and what they're doing. So also as a little heads up, Penn State and Iowa are tied at 0 in the first quarter. So I'll go through a score updates in a little bit at the next break. So, but again, like I said, Notre Dame is doing a good job of mixing up their offense between the run and the pass on occasion, and showing Ohio State different looks that they can attack them. So looks like they're coming out in a 2-back set, tight end wing to the left. They're running a inside trap, and looks like they picked up about 5 yards. Good job. Sorry, counter. It wasn't a trap. It was more of a counter. So good job by Notre Dame. They're staying ahead of the game, staying ahead of the sticks, and it's going to be. Oh, they gave him 3 yards. I thought he got 5, so it's 2nd and 7. So Estime is back in right now. Like I said, 2nd and 7. Notre Dame's in the huddle, calling the play. Looks like they're breaking. About 10 seconds left on the play clock. They're 1 by 3 with the tight end to the right. Hartman overthrows his receiver, who was double covered, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7 now. So Notre Dame, it was 5. Okay, they did give him 5 yards. Thank you. All right. So right now, Notre Dame, we want to try and get the first down, but you don't want to lose your field goal opportunity because you're still in field goal range. So you're moving the ball nicely down the field. So right now they should be at about the Ohio State 29-yard line, left hash, and it's about 11 seconds on the clock. Empty backfield. Here they come with the pressure, and incomplete. That was a risky pass right there for Hartman. They were sitting. They baited him before that to throw it there. Basically letting someone come right in, but they dropped the defensive tackles to confuse him and take that away. So that's a risky play right there. So it's 4th down and 5, and they should be lining up for a field goal. 47-yard attempt. Kicker's lining everything up from the left hash mark. So let's see. Right down the middle. It's on the run. They did the counter. That's correct. So here we go. And looks like he missed it. He missed the field goal. So good pressure by the Ohio State front line to cause confusion and give him a look where he kicked it to the left. So right now it's still 0-0. That's a pretty rough one right there. So let's go take a look at some of the scores. And we have Arkansas leading LSU 6-3 in the second quarter. You have Arizona leading Stanford 7-3 in the second quarter. Washington State leading Oregon State 21-7 in the second quarter. You have Georgia leading University of Alabama Birmingham 7-0 end of the first quarter. Iowa and Penn State I gave you. South Carolina and Mississippi State. South Carolina is up over Mississippi State 7-0 in end of the first. Texas is leading Baylor 7-0 in the first. Northwestern and Minnesota are tied at 0 in the first. Missouri is leading Memphis 7-3 in the first. Pitt and North Carolina are tied at 0 in the first. Kansas State is leading Central Florida 7-0 in the first. And a couple of finals, if you don't know, Oklahoma beat Cincinnati 20-6. Florida State beat Clemson 31-24 in overtime. Marshall beat Virginia Tech 24-17. Syracuse beat Army 29-16. Cornell beat Yale 23-21. TCU beat SMU 34-17. Texas A&M beat Auburn 27-10. Kentucky beat Vanderbilt 45-28. And Michigan beat Rutgers today 31-7. And I'm trying to find. Okay, well, we're coming back from the commercial break, so I'll look for something a little bit later. What's up, Sleeping Angels? Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you. Hope you're enjoying the game. Make sure you hit the like button for the Hardcore Network and Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. Orbit around for Igbuku, and on the run, pickup of about 9 yards. Good play right there. Wasn't expecting him to, run the ball. He's usually a receiver, but hey, gives you a different look. Good job right there for Ohio State. Good movement. So it's going to be 2nd and 1. So right now, let's see, where are they lined up at? They're at their own 38-yard line. So looks like Notre Dame is coming on a blitz. Henderson with the run and a pickup of about 5-6 yards. So it's going to be a first down. And that should be. You're getting fed up with this game already. Why are you getting fed up? I mean, it's a really great game. Or is it because there's no scoring? I mean, I think it's great. Great intrigue. Notre Dame is moving the ball offensively. And then defensively, Ohio State is taking away Audric Estime. Good run by McCord. Pickup of about 5 yards. So it should be about 2nd and 5. Other than the scoring, I mean, like I said, it's a really great game. So, it's a defensive game. I know most fans don't like the defensive game. I am, I love the concepts of defense. I love when defense, mixes it up and takes certain things away. I'm a Notre Dame fan. This is embarrassing. Oh, it's a great game. I mean, Ohio State's number 6. Yes, they missed some opportunities, but, you do have to respect Ohio State with what they're doing. And looks like there's going to be an interference on Notre Dame. Stover missed the pass, but he looks like he was interfered by the defense. Yeah, pass interference by number 2 on the defense. So, yeah, he would have been fine if he didn't grab him. Get his head around, squeeze the body, get there, squeeze the body. And when I say squeeze the body, that means you get there with your body, turn your body into him, looking back for the football, taking away any space that's between you two. So. Okay, so the pass was incomplete. Yeah, I thought it was incomplete. So we'll see what happens here after this penalty. Looks like, again, Ohio State's moved down the field. Now, I will say this: Notre Dame should have capitalized. They had great opportunities a couple of times. That 4th down, where they lost. They had to turn it over and down and a missed field goal. So they're moving the ball. Notre Dame is moving the ball. They just have to capitalize. So, this is the first opportunity I think that Ohio State really has gone deep into the Notre Dame territory. But let me double check where they're marking the ball. I don't know what we're sitting around waiting. Yeah, they're at the Notre Dame 36-yard line. So They're starting to get down there. So let's see if they can get in position to either kick a field goal or get a touchdown. Motion across. McCord with the pass. And the ball and it's an incomplete pass. So defense was there with him, caused a little disruption. So good job, with on the crosser. So it's there. They had a little robber right in initially with a single high. So again, defense was there, but it was just a miss catch opportunity or overthrow. So right now, looks like it's 2-by-2 orbit around with run to Henderson, and looks like he was stopped for about a 2-yard pickup. So it's going to be a third down, third and about 8. So good job by the defense. Notre Dame wants to keep them to trying to kick a field goal. And there we go. Fans are really getting into it with the lights, matching the uniform. So Ohio State looks like they're 11th in the country in third down conversion. So right now it looks like it's a 2-by-2. You have a wide split, wide setting to the right, almost towards the boundary. Motion in. And to the running back in the flat. Good way of eluding. And a good pickup of about 12 yards. So that's going to be a first down by Ohio State. And a good job. So the defense was right there, but no one stayed with the running back. It looks like the cornerback should have stayed in the flat area because if he was there a little bit earlier, then that would have been stopped. So first down by Notre Dame. I'm sorry, first down by Ohio State, deep in the Notre Dame territory. Looks like they're at the 22-yard line of Notre Dame. Looks like it's an inside zone. And looks like it's about a pickup of about 4 yards. So this should give us about a second and about 6. So good job. Again, like I said, of Ohio State now getting into their offensive rhythm and moving the ball down the field. So Trainum is 20 carries, 137 yards. All right. So Ohio State, 12 personnel, 2 tights to the right with a wing, single back set, twins to the left. Notre Dame is in a single high, and looks like it's just going to be a inside zone look, pickup of another 2 yards. So this is going to be a third down. So this is going to be critical. So Notre Dame has to stop them right here to prevent them from getting a first down, and you really have to force them to kick the field goal. Yes, you had great opportunities earlier, but right now you just have to focus on this one play. And this one play is no first down to no touchdown. So it's third and about 5. Ohio State 2-by-2, tight end to the right of McCord. Notre Dame is showing a all-out blitz with a pretty much press concept on the receivers. And there it is. To Ibuku, and for a first down, pickup of about 7 yards. So that's going to give them a first and goal. Yeah, got down to about the 7-yard line. So inside zone and run down to about the 4-yard line. So that should be a pickup of about 3 yards. So Ohio State is really in a good rhythm right now. They're really in a good rhythm in terms of how they're attacking the Notre Dame defense. So offensively, you're doing a good job. Freeman gets the call in. So let's see where we're at. All right, second and goal at about the 4-yard line under the gun. Inside zone. And move down to the 1-yard line. good run by Trainum to push forward down to the 1 yard line because the linebacker had him at the line of scrimmage. So he did pick up a good 3 yards, push in driving on the Notre Dame defender. So right now it's going to be 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. So now are you setting yourself up for 2-down play? So right now it's I formation, ISO, and they stopped them at the 1 yard line. So no gain. So do you go for the field goal or do you go for it? Personally speaking, again, like Notre Dame earlier, I'm going for it because if you stop me, you're at the 1 yard line, in that area. So right now, you go for it. Good penetration from the defensive line of Notre Dame, driving the Ohio State offensive line into the backfield. So great defense. So let's see what we have. 7 minutes and counting on the clock, and they're going for it, just like I said earlier. So you have a wing, man across. They're bumping the defensive line down. Play action, and there it is. And it's incomplete. Turnover on down. I question that call. Sorry, I question that call. I know that they just stopped you. You run it again. You do not do that. You cannot do that. You run it again. Run it. Force the referees to make a call, to squeeze it towards the end zone to the goal line. You don't run it and you force the quarterback to roll out and don't have anyone because you know what? If they're reading it right, you have 11 yards to play with. So I don't like that. Good job by the defense. Still 0-0. Going into 7 minutes left in the. It's 7 minutes left in the first half. So again, great game though for me overall. I really do like it. I like what I'm seeing. So and let me just update the scores actually here. Put it in the wrong place. And I'm working on the score right now to put up 0-0. Haven't done that, so I need to get that up. And here we go. And there we go. So, again, here we go. Nothing. Good defensive game. Personally speaking, I like it. And I was looking for earlier to try and get the score today. Let me go to the Big Ten. Okay, Penn State leads Iowa 3-0. Minnesota's leading Northwestern 7-0. Minnesota beat Michigan State 31-9. Illinois beat FAU 23-17. Nebraska won 28-14 over Louisiana Tech. So and Indiana is leading Akron. I'm sorry, Indiana and Akron are 0-0. So, and again, Rutgers lost earlier today against Michigan 31-7. It was a lot closer than what that score says. Play of that game was a big turnover, but there we have it. So right now, the ball is going to be turned over to Notre Dame, 1st and 10 at their own 1 yard line. So it's going to be interesting to see how they, attack them. Is it going to be a straight run, under the gun, double tights, 2 wides? Ohio State has a 7-man box, motion across, and Hartman with the run, and looks like he picked up about 2.5 yards. So it should be 2nd and about 7, 7.5. So gives them just a slight breathing room. So What do you do again? Do you run it again, or do you take a chance and pass it? So let's see what Notre Dame does right now. So very intrigued. We got a 3-back set right now for Notre Dame. So right now, double tights, 3-back set. And Ohio State is playing estimate with the run and a big pickup, a big pickup of about 20 yards, bringing the ball out to, let me see, they were at the 3.5. So, yeah, they were at the 3.5. They motion the back out, ISO block, good move. And actually, it was about 23 yards that he just gained on that run. Good run. That's his best run of the night. Yeah, pickup of about 23, 1st and 10. And good run. And a pickup of about 4. So should be 2nd and about 6. Notre Dame is starting to move the ball. Offensively, they're moving the ball. The problem now is the scoring. They're not scoring. So now that's becoming an issue. So they need to do a better job of scoring. Looks like the 11 carries total for 51 total yards rushing. They need to do a better job of capitalizing and getting the ball into the end zone. Split backs, delay handoff to the running back, pickup of about 3 yards. So it looks like it should be about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. What are we going to do? Defensively, what do you do? Do you bring the pressure? Do you force them to, if they're going to continue to run, do you bring the pressure like you were doing to start the game? So it's 3rd and 3. Estimate is not in there. 4 different running backs with the carry tonight. Okay. So now we move the tight end, bump him across. Looks like Ohio State's in the zone. And pass to the tight end, and looks like it was incomplete. Good coverage by Proctor. And Notre Dame is going to have to punt. Yeah, he should have had that catch, man. If it's a 1 yard short, it's 1 yard short, but you should have had that catch. So Notre Dame has to punt. And let's see what we're going to do, Notre Dame. Do we get a good punt? And the ball's away. Fair catch at around the 31-yard line for Igbuku. So there we go. Hello to the cheerleaders for Ohio State. Hello to the cheerleaders for Notre Dame earlier. Keep doing a good job. So there we go. Again, defensive battle. I know most fans don't like that, but as a football aficionado, I love this because I love the intrigue. I love the chess match. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So right now, this is becoming a turnover. A turnover, it escalates and intensifies. What's happening here. Who's going to get the first turnover? Because that could really change the whole momentum and the whole trajectory of this game. So let's see what happens. So I definitely am interested in seeing what's going to happen here. So, and let's see any score updates real quick. And Florida is leading Charlotte 16-7 at the half. Arkansas is leading LSU 13-10. LSU is really free falling, man, after that first start of the season. Stanford leads Arizona 7-10. Washington State 21-14 over Oregon State. Georgia is 14-7 over UAB. Indiana and Akron are 0-0. Penn State and Iowa are 3-0. Penn State leads 3-0. South Carolina is 14-7 over Mississippi State. Texas is 7-3 over Baylor. A lot of close games. Memphis leads Missouri 10-7. Minnesota's leading Northwestern 7-3. Pitt and UNC are tied at 7 apiece. Kansas State, Central Florida is leading Kansas State 10-7. And that's for your current update right now for the up-to-date game. So, but again, like I said, it's really tight today in terms of a lot of games. Yes, you had the big blowout in terms of Oregon over Colorado, but everything else seems to be pretty tight. So, as a football fan, I love that. I really love that. So, but again, we'll see what happens and what goes on from there. So, we're back to the light, coming back, showing the old history. Defense, you look like you're in the neutral zone. Yep, he's offsides. 12 is offsides. Pass to Marvin Harrison Jr. Looks like it's a pickup of about 6 yards. Should be second and about 4. Oh, they didn't call the penalty. Okay, they let it go. Surprised with that one. All right, so second and 3. So here we go. Inside zone. Good hit right at the line of scrimmage by big number 97. So it's going to be third down and 3 right now for Ohio State. Notre Dame wants to stop them and get them to force them to punt, and then have a short field. To the pass to the tight end, pickup of about 8 yards, and it's going to be a first down for Ohio State. Caught Notre Dame a little bit off guard. They weren't completely ready in terms of being matched up. Lost the tight end, and he picked up about a good 8 yards. So, man coverage, defense bumped into each other. So, first and 10. So right now, McCord 2x2, wing with the tight end, motion in, fake the handoff. And he stopped, looks like maybe for a 2-yard gain. Let me see exactly where they spotted. Would have thought that this game would have been 0-0 this late into the second quarter. So second and 9, deep pass down the line of scrimmage. Pass to Marvin Harrison Jr. and up for a great catch. Looks like that was a pickup of about 20, 25 yards. What's the flag? Holding on the defense. That penalty will be declined. So they move it from they move into to about the 35-yard line. So, yeah, it's about a pickup of about 25 yards or so. So, good pass, good catch. Ohio State's putting themselves in great position right now. And it looks like there's going to be an official review. So, we'll see. Catch, foot down, that's a catch. So, you need 1 foot down in college. Did the ball move? I don't see the ball moving at all. Catch with 2 hands to his body, foot down. And does the ball hit the ground? That may come back. That may come back. I can't see if the ball moved, so Good catch by Marvin Harrison Jr. Hand out of bounds, foot down. So usually when your hand is out of bounds, can't see if it came down on top of it. So more than likely that will probably stands as called because he did get 1 foot down. Then his hand went bent and went out of bounds. I can't tell if the ball landed on top of his arm. Okay, so they said it's an incomplete pass. So I thought he said holding at first. He said pass interference. If it's pass interference, that's 15 yards. If it's holding, it's 10 yards. Harrison Jr. is saying, what? I thought I caught that pass. So that changes, instead of a big 25-yard pickup, it's a 15-yard penalty. So there's a differential of 10 yards. So all right, so it's 1st and 10 at the Notre Dame 49-yard line. Flipped over 2-by-2. It's going to be a run. Pickup of about 4 yards for Ohio State. Good job on that run. You're just eating up the clock, and you're trying to position yourself for a first down. So, and attempt to pass to Harrison Jr. and incomplete. Good job by the defense to stay in phase and knock that ball away. So, good job. Perfect way to drive on the pass. So we have a minute 17, 3rd and 6, I'm sorry, for Ohio State. They're at the Notre Dame 45-yard line. All right, empty backfield. Notre Dame looks a little bit confused, so timeout. First by Notre Dame of the half. Yeah, you want to make sure that everyone is on the same accord. Don't want any mistakes because that player looks like he was slot guy. The back motion into the slot looked like he was wide open. So um, Coach Freeman's having a discussion with the referees while the defense makes their adjustments. So right now it's 3rd and 6. Really, if you can, you want to prevent them from gaining another yard. Ohio State, you want to, if anything, you want to get close to the first down yard line. If not, get over it. But if you do not get the first down and you don't use any yardage, there's the possibility that you go for it again. So on 4th down, there's limited time, and Ohio State would have good distance to move down the field. So we'll see what happens there. When we come back from timeout. In terms of the strategy, does Ohio State attack the first down, or do they go over the top? In terms of trying to make a play here on 3rd down. So, there is that possibility. Marvin Harrison Jr., he's not in rhythm, but, he's starting to get into the game, it seems. So, make that play and see what you can do to get the first down. So, I'm really enjoying this game. So, very intriguing and exciting, and I'm liking what I'm seeing. So, but we have a little bit over around a minute left before the half, and you have Penn State now up 10-0 over Iowa. Georgia 14-7 over UAB. Indiana 7-0 over Akron. Washington State 21-14 over Oregon State. Stanford 10-7 over Arizona. And Missouri 13-10 over Memphis. Minnesota 14-0 over Northwestern. Pitt 13-7 over North Carolina. And that's it because we're back from break. So let's see what happens here. So this defense is Notre Dame defense is really staying with it today. So all right, so Ohio State comes out in a stack formation. Looks like a stack to the left. I'm sorry, it's a bunch to the left. Tight end single to the right. And looks like it's a first down pickup of about 12 yards to Egbuku, who's having a really good game for the most part. He ran a basic over route, kept coming across, and flattened it out. Here comes Notre Dame. Egbuku is again open right over the middle of the field. Looks like he picked up about another 13 yards, a minute left in the quarter. McCord is 9 of 14, 84 yards. So here we come. Minnesota, Notre Dame is coming again. And what a catch by Egbuku for the touchdown. Ohio State gets on the board with about 40 seconds left in the quarter. So Notre Dame, and what happened? Notre Dame brought the pressure. And with doing that, they created bigger openings where they took advantage of the opportunities. And that should be an incomplete pass. It's going to be reviewed and it's going to be incomplete. That ball hit the ground. So when they review it, they'll come back and they'll say it's an incomplete, and that will change the whole dynamic. Should have had that ball. That was right there. That was a great pass, great opportunity. Just he did not squeeze it, and you didn't have the ball. So I don't know why he's looking at the big board. That's one you don't even look at. You didn't catch it. But again. Okay, so they're reviewing that play. Brian Hartline is the OC and the receivers coach. He was a good player at Ohio State. Really didn't have a great career, so he overturned. So now it's 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line. Looks like it's tossed to Henderson to the outside. Pickup of about 1 to 2 yards. Are they giving them 2 or are they giving them 1? Let's take a look here to see what we're going to have. All right, that looks like it's a timeout, so we're taking a break. And what do we have going on here? All right, so right now we're in a commercial break, and still nothing. But Ohio State is threatening. They are in field goal range. They're about the maybe 14, 13-yard line. It's probably a little bit over 30 seconds left in the quarter. This will be a third down when we get back from the commercial break, the timeout. And what does Ohio State do? Personally speaking, I take a shot to the end zone again. You definitely take a shot to the end zone. Um, Now, again, because you'll probably be on the right hash, what you do is send two to the left and work some type of smash route concept there to see if you can get the ball into the back of the end zone. You can even run a smash route on the left side and on the front side. If you want, you can run the tight end up the seam, or you can run an in cut from the outside, something to that effect to attack the Notre Dame defense. So, but again, now the other thing that needs to be considered is who gets the ball to start the second half, and it should be Notre Dame. So this is paramount for Ohio State to put something on the board. So if you don't get a first down or a touchdown, you have to take the 3 points. You really have to take the 3 points because like I said, Notre Dame gets the ball to start the second half, so you want to take advantage of the opportunities to score. So, but we'll see what happens right now. It's 3rd and about 8 from the 13-yard line, and there we are. Cover 2 looks like tight end right up the seam, as I just said. And missed opportunity by Notre Dame because you had the interception. You had the interception. They ran the tight end up the seam, linebacker rolled him, and you had the interception. That's a drop touchdown by Ohio State and a dropped interception by Notre Dame. And these are the things that really hurts in the long run now. So in the beginning of the game, it doesn't hurt as much, but now it is. Ohio State is set for the field goal. The ball is kicked, and it's good. So Ohio State is on the board, and it is now 3-0 Notre Dame. So again, 3-0 Ohio State. So now that just changes the whole dynamics of the halftime strategy because again, Ohio State is up 3-0. Those are the first points. So there's 26 seconds left in the half. What do we do from there? So very intriguing. Ball is kicked off. And what is Ohio and Notre Dame going to do? Fair catch. That'll bring the ball out to the 25-yard line. Is Notre Dame going to go down the field, or are they going to just take a knee? More than likely, they're coming out. They're lining up. Yeah, they're just going to go into the half now. So you're lined up. Hartman takes a snap, takes the knee, and that's going to be it for the halftime. So very tight game, very interesting game. Like I said, I like it. But hey, I'm a little bit old school, so I like things like that. So, but right now it's a low scoring game. Most fans will not like that, but I get it. I understand. So, but what do you do? What do you do? So, but right now we're going to go ahead and take a break also. I have to handle some business real quick, and I'm just going to leave some music on. So I definitely will be back. So go ahead, get your refreshments, your popcorn, whatever it is, your hot dogs. But again, like I said, I'll be right back after I handle some business. All right, and we're back. And the ball is kicked out of the end zone. And that will bring the ball out to the 25-yard line of Notre Dame. First and 10. So um, thanks everyone for being patient and understanding with me as I ran and took care of some business at halftime. It's going to be interesting, to see what type of adjustments we have for the second half, both offensively and defensively for both teams. So, um, but right now, Notre Dame is lined up, 1 by 3, motioning the tight end in line. And we're running some type of a wham block to Audric, pickup of about 4 yards. So it's very interesting. Like I said, what are the adjustments going to be in the second half? So uh, Notre Dame, they have to capitalize. They've been moving the ball, but now they have to capitalize. No matter what you do offensively, get the ball downfield and make sure you put the ball in the end zone. But, if anything, tie this game up. That's the first thing. So Hartman with the pass to the tight end, pickup of about 7 yards, first down. For Notre Dame, they're going to be at about their 36-yard line. So good read by Hartman to pay attention to what the defense, take what the defense is giving them. There's the ball over the top. One shot right down the field. That's exactly what they needed to do. Move that ball down the field, put it over the top, and at least let Ohio State know that you're willing to take a shot down the field. So this will bring up a second down. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Motioning the tight end in line, running another wham bop. Aldrich with the run. Now it looks like he picked up about a good 17 yards. So that's a good play. Come back to that. Good seal blocks by the offensive line. Good job of moving players out of the way. And good run by Aldrich. First down. Okay, so we're in the plus territory at the Ohio State 48-yard line, 2 by 2. Looks like we're running the outside zone sweep concept. And pick up of about 4 yards, 4 to 5 yards. All right, so good job, good run, good movement. Again, Notre Dame is moving the ball. Basic sweep, if you want to call it the old Packer sweep. Good job, good movement. So right now we have a second down, or gave him 7 yards, so 2nd and 3. All right, so we're at the 41 of Ohio State, rolling coverage. Ball up inside, he's being patient, but nowhere. Pickup of about 1 yard. Ohio State, excellent job of stemming and holding the line of scrimmage, only allowing 1 yard. So now it's 3rd and 2. So now this is a big down for Notre Dame. This is a big down. So they're lining up. Looks like they're all ready. They're in a 1 by 3 with the tight end as a wing position. And there you go, Audric. And they're marking him short. So it's going to be 4th and probably inches. 4th and inches. So what do you do? Ryan Day looking on intently. You're playing a safe type of a concept. And they stopped him again. They stopped him again on fourth down. This is what I mean. Now, I've said this earlier at another game. Why teams don't do this? Why they don't pinch the center? And that what I mean by you cover the guard, both guards in the center with four defensive linemen, and then you have two edge guys on the outside. So you have a six-man line, and if everybody's pinched inside, the line is going to pinch down, and basically the edge guys are there. And if you have tight ends, whoever's the hang defender now has the opportunity to come in and make a play. And you force the quarterback, instead of going straight ahead, he's moving laterally. And it allows your defense to make a play and stop them. So this is what I always felt that defenses should be doing. When you leave a gap over the guard, you're literally giving them the first down. So, but great job by Ohio State. That's big right there. So now it falls to the the Notre Dame defense. Now, offensively, Ohio State, they started to get into a rhythm. They stalled and ended up having to kick a field goal. But now they really have to get Marvin Harrison Jr. involved because he's starting to disappear. And let him start to eat, man. And that's really what it boils down to. Let him start to eat. It's important that he has that opportunity to showcase his ability. Credit to Notre Dame for taking him out of the offense, but now you have to let him start to eat. Offensively, he's had one reception for 7 yards and two targets. I mean, if this is one of the top players coming out in the draft, he definitely needs to have more. Now, Egbuka is 7 targets, 4 receptions, 37 yards. So, it's definitely you definitely have to step up. I mean, overall, I mean, if you look at the halftime, it's been a defensive game. It's really been a defensive game, and that's what offensively, that's what you need to do to push the boundaries and really get some energy going. So, just a quick update. I'm looking for Georgia. Georgia's leading Alabama Birmingham 28-14. So, but yeah, they're diagramming exactly what I'm talking about. You have the four guards covering the guard, which is now going to force the offensive line to pinch. And then you have the hang defenders. There you go. They just read the quarterback, which way is he going, and then they attack him. So 1st and 10. Here they come. Henderson with a big run. And looks like he's going all the way for the touchdown. That's a big, big, big back-breaking run right there. Back-breaking. Notre Dame needed to stop that. And there was no outside contain. He bounced it outside and took it all the way to the end zone. Now, right now, Marvin Harrison Jr. is down. He's injured, looks like. Hopefully nothing too serious. But great run by Henderson on that play. So, but let's see what's happening with Marvin Harrison Jr. He got he got his ankle rolled on. So that was a big 61-yard touchdown run by Henderson. But at what cost did you lose your one of your top playmakers? So prayers up to Marvin Harrison Jr. I hope it's nothing serious, and that he's at best he's able to shake this off and continue. But if he has to sit out the rest of the game, he's able to play the rest of the season. That they don't lose him. That's something that's not too costly for them. So, but that was a great run Started up inside. You have, a counter trap, and stepped up inside and then bounced it to the outside, and then outran the rest of the defense. That was a great job. Now I'd have to go back and look at what happened in terms of. Let me see if I can see it. Okay, so now what happened on the run? Just rewinding it just a little bit so I can see it. Okay, so they ran, like I said, they ran a counter and they hooked the outside edge guy. He squeezed it, but nobody was there to fill and take away and wrap around. And basically, what happens is the edge guy will crash down. One of the linebackers then has to wrap around to replace him, because he's in essence taking the linebacker spot by shooting down inside, taking on the block, and the running back, when the trap was coming, because the gap was closed, he bounced to the outside, and there was no linebacker flow to take that away. So great execution by Ohio State on that run, and for Notre Dame, that's a big backbreaker right there. To come out to get the ball to start the second half, to lose it on a turnover on downs, and then first play give up a long touchdown run, 61-yard touchdown run. That can be very demoralizing, and it could take all the energy out. It's not looking good. Harrison Jr. is needing assistance to walk off the field. At least he's not being carted off for right now. So hopefully it's just an ankle twist, ankle sprain, and that he'll be able to get back to the rest of his season. So, but Ohio State is lining up for the extra point. And the extra point is good. So now you have the score. You have Ohio State 10 and Notre Dame nothing. All right, so there we go. We updated the score. That's a big play right there. That's a big play. Like I said, you'll see the replay, and there was no linebacker coverage, on the back end to help in reference to, as the edge defender crashed down to take his place and make the play in at least at the line of scrimmage or even a couple yards downfield. So, but right now, Notre Dame has to, figure out a way to make a play. So right now, as Ohio State's ready to kick off, and approaching the ball, and here we go. And the ball is in the end zone for a touchback. So Notre Dame will have the ball 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. So everything I initially said, take a shot downfield. Notre Dame did it. They moved the ball. It's just 4th down. They didn't capitalize 2 times. That's very costly. And that's giving Ohio State great energy, and it's taking away energy from your team. You can't have that. You need to be able to create something. So, but now Notre Dame is coming out. What type of fight? I mean, it's still 11 minutes left in the 3rd quarter and a full 4th quarter. So, split backfield, extra lineman in, looks like, and motion back in and across. And looks like it's some type of a ISO power play. And Ohio State shut it down for about a 2-yard gain. So they're really fired up right now. And good way of avoiding a good swim job to make a play in the backfield. Guard has to do a better job of taking that away and not allowing him to get into the backfield. So now it's 2nd and 8 and still split backfield. And good play, good run by number 12. Good pickup there. And it's a first down for Notre Dame. Looks like that was a pickup of about 18 yards. More like about 14 yards. So first and 10 for Notre Dame. Should be around their 43, 44-yard line. Yeah, they're at their 43-yard line. And they're in with a 3 set. Hartman time setting, danced around, and tried to get it to one of his, looks like a running back, but was unable to do that. So it's now second down. Good job, though, by the offensive line for the most part. He missed the opening right down the middle of the field. There was that opening right there that, you know what, if he had really saw it and read it, he could have led his receiver for the touchdown. Missed it. So it's second and 10 from the 43-yard line. There's the run, bounce to the outside. And good pickup there to roughly about the 38-yard line. Came inside, did the same thing that Ohio State did, just didn't take it to the house. So, yeah, it looks like he's about the 43-yard line, somewhere in that range. So that looks like it was a pickup of roughly 17-yard line, 13 yards. And it looks like he made it to the 39-yard line. So we'll see what happens there. Receiver goes hurt. He went into the tent to be looked at. First and 10, 9:35 left on the game clock. And let's see what Notre Dame can do here. Now, if Notre Dame can get a touchdown, at least it's okay. So it's 11, 7. So, yeah, he got about 18 yards on that run. All right, so two-back set, unbalanced, and run right up the middle. Looks like a pickup of about 3-4 yards, give or take, for number 12. And Notre Dame is not panicking. They're just playing their game, and that's exactly what they do. That was a power to the unbalanced side. Good job. All right, so we're in a double tight. All right, they just taped up Harrison Jr. All right, so it's a toss play to the running back to the outside. Looks like he picked up about another 2 yards. So is it about a 3rd and 3? Harrison Jr. is jogging it off, trying to test out his ankle. All right, so actually it's 5 yards, 3rd and 5. All right, so Notre Dame has to get something here. They have to. You can't get stalled here. You can't get stalled here. So it's a 2-by-2 with an inline tight end to the left. And first down to number 17. Good job. Good job by Hartman and the wide receivers in executing that play. Used the tight end to clear and just ran a simple stick route right to the first down and then turn and get upfield. Good job. Good pickup. And allows your offense to get another set of downs. So, Hartman at 11-17, 101 yards. So he's just taking what the defense gives him and moving the ball down the field. So right now it's 12 personnel, motion across. And there's the run right up the middle. And it looks like a pickup of about 6 yards. So it's going to be about second down and about 4. And this offensive line is doing a fairly good job, man. They really are. They're holding their own, sustaining their blocks, and moving down the field. So, good job by the offensive line and running backs for getting right up into the gaps that the offensive line is giving you, so you can make a play at the second and third level. So, second and 4. All right, you got a tight bunch to the right. They tried to run some type of a counter. Ohio State played well off of it, stayed true, and stopped it for a 1 yard gain. So looks like it's going to be about a third and 5, third and 4, somewhere in that range. So we're back into another situation on third down. All right, Notre Dame comes out 2 by 2. Um, Close to the sideline boundary. Motion in with the tight end. And there's the wham for a first down and a pickup of about 4 yards. Good job right there with that run. They seem to be very successful in those intermediate areas in terms of running that. They bring the tight end in where he's going to block down, taking any type of a backside pursuit, and allowing the running back to get up into the crevice and make a play. So, good job again, like I said, with the running play. So, first and 10. Notre Dame's at the 18-yard line. All right, we have a timeout on the field. Let's going to an official review. And I guess they're going to be reviewing to see if he got the line to gain. So Notre Dame needs to, if they didn't, they need to come up with a great play to capitalize and take advantage. I'm sorry, to a great play to get the fourth down if they're marked short, because they haven't been successful all game. So, and just a quick update. Stanford's up on Arizona 17-14. Washington State 35-14 over Oregon State. Georgia's 28-14 over UAB. Indiana 7-3 over Akron. Penn State 10-0 over Iowa. South Carolina 27-17 over Mississippi State. Texas 28-6 over Baylor. Missouri 17-10 over Memphis. Minnesota 24-7 over Northwestern. North Carolina 28-17 over Pitt. Kansas State 21-17 over Central Florida. So that's it right now for the score updates, in reference to all the games that are being played or were played. So it's critical right now for Notre Dame to make a play. They have to make a play. You can't stall out because, your defense is out there trying to battle. All in all, they've held Ohio State to 10 points. So offensively, they have to score. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They have to be able to go out there and score some points and help their defense as best they can. You can't be missing scoring opportunities and giving the ball back to Ohio State, because they, as you just saw, lightning in the bottle, quickly got downfield on it for a touchdown run. So, definitely Notre Dame has to get points now. They have to get points. You might argue 3 points if it's fourth down, just take the points, and I do understand that, but you also want to capitalize. So they're marking where the first down is. His butt is down. So are they going to say he's short? I think they're going to say he's short. And we're lining up. So no, they gave him the first down. So it's a 1st and 10. Motion across. And Tried to bounce it outside, cut back up inside, pick up of about 2 yards. Good job by the defense to stem it and keep them up inside where the congestion is, and you can get help. So um, right now it's 2nd and 8. So Notre Dame, right now, take a shot to the end zone. You have to take a shot to the end zone. Sit somebody at the first down and bring somebody over the top of that, so that way you can capitalize. So it's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line, tight bunch. And there we go. And looks like he's short at the half yard line. So 1st and goal for Notre Dame. So now it's imperative. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. This is not field goal. This is touchdown time. You have to score a touchdown. You have to score the touchdown for Notre Dame. So let's see what they do. They're lining up, spreading them out. 4 to empty backfield, tight end to the right. And up inside, somebody's helmet is off. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And there you go. Touchdown. Good job by the offensive line to help their running back get into the end zone. So now you're going to line up for the extra point. And that's what you need to do. So you definitely came out. You scored your point. So great job by Notre Dame and the offensive line. Continue to fight. Will you review that and say his helmet came off before he got in the end zone? He popped the ball over, so it's a touchdown. So there you go. Notre Dame is on the board now. So you want to kick the extra point, bring it back to a 3-point game, and now it's going to be up to the defense to get a stop. So here we go, lined up for the extra point. Here's the snap, place, kick, and the point is good. So it is now 10-7 Ohio State over Notre Dame. But that was a good drive. That was a good execution. Now can Notre Dame say, okay, we're done with that. We're in the game. Let's see what we need to do, and let's get at it. So again, 10-7 Notre Dame. Good job by their offense to go down the field and get some points. So they have a ball game. Now Penn State is now up 17-0 over Iowa. Georgia is still 28-14 over UAB. No change there. Texas is still the same. South Carolina is 27-24 over Mississippi State. UNC is now 28-17 over Pitt. And no other major changes anywhere else. Yeah, that's it. No major changes. All right, so what are you guys' thoughts on the game right now? Oh, there's nobody there. So, really liking this game, liking the hard hitting. I'm liking the action. I'm liking everything that I'm seeing. Tight game. So, looking forward to seeing what happens for Ohio State. Now, Ohio State, you let Notre Dame get back into the game. You need to go down the field, at least get 3 points. At least 3 points. You get 3 points, you force them to at least score a touchdown. Even if they did, you could still kick a field goal to get the lead back. But realistically, you want to go down, no turnovers. You want to move down the field, and you want to position yourself to score. Touchdown to field goal is what I'm looking at. So if you have the opportunity to go for the jugular, go. Now we want to see also what happens with Marvin Harrison Jr. Will he make it back to the field? We'll see in a little bit. So they're talking about the great coaches who've been on both teams. There's the man Lou Holtz, led them to last championship in 1988. So here's Raheem Ismail. So it's great to see Coach back out there on the sideline. So, all right. So Notre Dame is lined up. Harrison is jumping. So it looks like he's going to be coming back out. And it's good to see that. Hopefully he can continue to play, make a play. But here we go with Notre Dame, and the kick is away. And there's the ball to about the 3-yard line. Here's the return, and brought out to about the 35-yard line. So a pickup of about 32 yards. Good job on the return there. So replaying the injury on Marvin Harrison Jr. I know we already saw it. Let's move on. Let's get to the next phase. Let's see what happens during the course of the game. All right, Jeff Harrison Jr. going to be lined up to the left of the offensive formation. Looks like he's in the slot, 2x2. And they got him the ball, pickup of about 6-7 yards. Something real simple. All right, just ran a basic sit route right at quick slant, right to, like I said, about 6 yards. So 2nd and 4. Time of possession, 39 seconds for Ohio State, 11 minutes for Notre Dame. And here we go. The ball is snapped. And they're trying to run some type of trap, counter, and the defense was right there to shut it down. No gain, so it'll be 3rd and 6. Henderson tried to see what he could do. Hi to the cheerleaders. Nice throw, bro. So let's see what happens now. 3rd and 6. Can Notre Dame get off the field? Ohio State is in a bunch to the left, motion to back out, single to the right. Is that Harrison? And the ball is up. And the ball is caught by number 8. And what happened? I thought it was a catch. Let's see what happens. You got pressure. McCord got pressured. Arm hit. Ball fluttered. Oh, his knee was down. So it's a catch. Knees down right there at about the 45-yard line. And it should be about a 1st down. So, yes, not the NFL. So you're down right there when your knee is down. So it's at the 45, 1st and 10. Catch to a Buko. Good job. Good pickup. Looks like it was about a 13-yard pickup. Yeah, 1st and 10. 15-yard pickup. Okay. Motion to Buko across into the backfield. Going deep. Looks like we're going to Harrison Jr. And right off his fingertips, incomplete pass. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. So good phase. It's good a defensive phase by number 5 to be right there with him. Both are hand fighting. So you're not going to call anything because they're both hand fighting. So, well, actually, no, he wasn't. Harrison wasn't hand fighting. He just avoided his contact. So good defense. And it's 2nd and 10. 2x2. Harrison and Buku to the left. Obuku moves to the right, 1-3. And there's the handoff with the run. Pickup of about 1 yard for who's that? Trayon. So good job by the defense. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. Good way to squeeze. He wasn't even paying attention to the quarterback. Will you allow the quarterback to slip out later on? So now it's 3-1. Looks like Harrison's to the right up top. And running backs to and there you go to Ibuku. And it looks like a pickup of about 11, 12 yards, first down. And the running back was open in the flat too. So is there a flag on the play? The officials are discussing something. What are we looking at? Ooh, are they going to call that? I don't know. You should call that. Are they calling that a flag? Yeah, they called it a flag. Personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct on number 70. So it's now 3rd and 24. They're to their own 46-yard line. Ball is snapped. There's McCord running. Pass to the tight end. And pickup of about 14, it looks like. I don't think that should have been a penalty call. You see offensive linemen do that all the time. So great game so far. I'm really liking what I'm seeing, enjoying this. So what do you guys, how do you guys feel? What are your thoughts about the game? Put it in the chat. Let me know what you think. So right now, Georgia's up 35-14 over Alabama Birmingham. Akron is up 10-7 over Indiana. Penn State 17-0 over Iowa. South Carolina is still up 27-14. Texas 31-6 over Baylor. Missouri's up over Memphis. Minnesota's up over Northwestern. UNC is up over Pitt. Kansas State over South Florida. And that's it for right now. So, but again, what are your thoughts? Talk to me. Let me know. How are you enjoying the game, guys? Is this what you were thinking? Is you wanted a little bit more out of this? Talk to me. Let me know what you think. You hear what I thought. I really do like the game, but what's your thoughts? Do you like it? Also make sure you guys hit the like button if this is your first time in here. Subscribe to the network, the Hardcore Network, as well as Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. We really appreciate you guys, and also share on all your social media networks. It helps us to continue to grow our program. So again, thank you guys. I really appreciate you. So, but right now I'm ready to check out what's next. Do we have 11 seconds left in the quarter? So, all right, here's a new update. Georgia Tech is up 30-16 over Wake Forest. Florida is up 19-7 over Charlotte. LSU is up 31-24 over Arkansas. Hmm. You have Arizona over Stanford 21-17. And Washington State 31-21 over Oregon State. So really interesting games today. So, some of them are starting to fall into place, while the others are, they're a fight, they're a battle. So Ohio State's in punt formation, started the fourth quarter, punting from their Notre Dame 41-yard line. And there's the punt. And the ball drops right inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 4-yard line for Notre Dame. They'll be going from right to left on the TV screen. Now, last drive, they got their offensive rhythm. So will Notre Dame be able to capitalize and move it downfield and at least get a field goal? They have 96 yards to go. So they have 136 yards of total rushing, 1 touchdown. So, like I said, this is like a heavyweight fight, guys. And there's a handoff to number 19, pickup of about 3 yards. That'll make it a 2nd and 7. So Notre Dame is really going to start more working their way down the field. 2nd and 7. Ball right down the middle of the field. And big gain for Notre Dame. Big gain. So they move from their 7. So it looks like they picked up about 27 yards on that play. So here's the handoff. And going nowhere on that run. I don't know what kind of block that was. Needed to do a better job. Every time estimate comes in, they just shut it down. Yeah, number 50. I don't know what kind of block that was. So, all right. So it should be 2nd and 10 at about the 35-yard line. 2-by-2 motion in. Here's the ball. And incomplete. Igmanosin with the play there. Ran right with him in good phase. The ball hit him in the back. That's nah. That was a pass by Hartman and needed to put it on the outside. So now it's 3rd and 10 from the 35. Ohio State is playing the sticks. And right to the tight end, 1st down. So pickup of about 25 yards. Good play. Did a great job of reading the defense, getting right behind the linebacker. Good pass right in front of the safety for Hartman and a first down. Having 6 catches, 70 yards. So he's having a pretty productive game today. So ball's at the 40-yard line. Motion. Looks like they're in zone. There's a run right up inside. Pickup of about 6 yards. And that looks like that was Estime. So good job of picking up about 6 yards, being patient with the run, allowing his blocks to set up, not rushing a little bit too fast, and being able to take what the defense is giving you. So good job, good run. 2nd and 4. And there's a run and a pickup of 4 yards, and it's going to be a first down. Good job by Estime. Ohio State read what the play was. They saw what it was. They tried to blitz it, but good patient run by Estime to get the first down. So it's fourth quarter, 10-7, Ohio State. So good job. Notre Dame is driving right now. Looks like it's 1st and 10. And they should be at the Ohio State 30-yard line. Yeah, they're at the Ohio State 30-yard line. There's a pass and a flag on the play. Igbinosun is complaining. But he's grabbing. That's a penalty. I understand you thought you stopped him, but no, that's a penalty. So they tried to run the fade, a quick slant fade, and hands outside the framework of the receiver. You're going to get the flag every time. So first in, I don't know if they call the interference or hold. Tell you as soon as I see where they're lined up. They were at the 30 before, so are at the 15 or are they at the 20? So they called a hold. So 1st and 10 at the Ohio State 20-yard line. Don't lose this field goal opportunity. And there's stoppage in play. Notre Dame took a timeout. So I guess they read that they didn't like what they saw defensively. So they're making some quick adjustments. So really like this, man. I like the strategy. That's the one thing that I love when it comes to, the game of football and the coaching business. One team will do one thing. You have to adjust, not only at halftime, but during the course of the game, especially into the fourth quarter. I mean, I know it's 10 minutes and 40 seconds, but, this is a critical drive right now. This is a very critical drive. I mean, Notre Dame has to get points. 7 for Notre Dame. This is actually a defensive game. It's not that it's a tough down. They're moving the ball. It's just that Ohio State is not allowing them to score touchdowns. They've stopped them on a couple of 4th and inches. So a good run by number 12 right up the gut. And there it is, a basic ISO. 22 needed to do a better job on the block. If he does a better job, then that hole cracks open. So because it was right there. So it's 2nd and 4. 10 minutes and 10 seconds in the quarter. So Notre Dame is lined up. 2 backs, motion across, stacked. And there he is again running, and he's moving, keeping on moving. Pickup of about 12 yards. It's going to be first and goal. First and goal. So they started at their 14. There it is again. Nice ISO, great blocking. And he was down. So first and goal. Notre Dame has had the ball for 30 plays this half. 3-back set, tight formation, motion, estimate right up in the gut, and stop for 1.5 yards. I'm a New York Football Giants fan. Been a Giants fan since 1979. So I'm old school, bro. But second and goal for Notre Dame. What about you? What's your favorite NFL team? So right now they're at the 2-yard line. Notre Dame is spreading them out 3-by-1 with a bunch to the left. Motion. And touchdown to Notre Dame. Well, you're a Cowboys fan. Congratulations on totally annihilating us on that first game. So tip my hands off to you. Even though I could, I'm not like that. So Igbenogson fell and pass, touchdown, catch. There's a touchdown. Notre Dame now takes the lead. So that was a big drive for Notre Dame. Good job moving down the field. They took their first lead. So right now waiting on the extra point. And it is now 14. So let me go ahead and adjust that. So it's now Ohio State 10, Notre Dame 14. So again, this is a great game. Y'all may not like it. Some of you may not like it. You want more high scoring. I love it. I love it. I love the action. I love the way it's going. So, and let's take a look at other scores. You have Georgia Tech up 30-16 over Wake Forest. That's a shocker. Florida 22-7 over Charlotte. LSU still up 31-24 over Arkansas. I collect cards, and one of my best cards is LTN99. Oh, yeah. If you looked at my cards, I probably have close to 2,000 cards. So when I pass on, those are going to my kids. I know that my daughters will sell them, but hey, I don't care. Arizona's up 21-20 over Stanford. Washington State is still up 38-21 over Oregon State in the fourth. What was OU? I'm a Sooners fan. Oh, okay. I'm a Rutgers Scarlet Knight fan, I'll be honest. Georgia's up 42-14 over UAB. Indiana's up 14-10 over Akron. Penn State is up 24-0 over Iowa. Mississippi State and South Carolina are tied at 27. Texas is 38-6 over Baylor. Missouri 21-17 over Memphis. Minnesota's 30-10 over Northwestern. UNC is 28-17 over Pitt. Central Florida is 24-21 over Kansas State. And that's it for now. So, but yeah, that's catching you guys up on all the games. So, but again, that was a great drive by Notre Dame. Now it's up to Ohio State. Can they match that? They can't let Ohio State stop them. They now have to get down the field and they have to score a touchdown. It's probably, if I remember, it's 8:22 left in the quarter. So they need to get down the field as quickly as possible, and they need to score a touchdown to get back in the lead. So, we'll see what Ohio State does, and what does Notre Dame do? I mean, how do they adjust defensively um, to limit Ohio State? So, but again, for me, like I said, I keep saying this all the time. This is a great game. Touchback for Ohio State. Excuse me. All right. Ohio State's lined up on the left hash mark, tight bunch to the left, motion across, bringing it back. And good defense. Pass number 4 and keeping them to a very short gain, roughly about 1 to maybe 1.5 yards. So they'll probably give them 2 yards. But it's a little tricky play. So motion empty into the backfield. Looks like they're manned up across the board. McCord. Good catch by, who's that? The number 8. Yeah, good catch. That's a very good catch. So now it's going to be about a third and about 5, third, 4, third and 5. Let's see what Ohio State will do now. The fans are really getting into it, causing noise, seeing if they can cause a problem. It's 3rd and 5. Again, empty backfield, 2 by 3. Notre Dame is backing off, looks like. They're playing coverage. Left the middle of the field wide open to number 0. I don't know what happened there, but that's a blown coverage. It's 6:44 left in the quarter, and the clock is running. They sent a blitz with nobody picking him up. No one. Why would no one pick him up? I think that's a blown coverage. That wasn't supposed to be a blitz. That was supposed to be a coverage. That was supposed to play coverage. So Ohio State now is deep in. Is in. It looks like they're in. They're at the 30 of Notre Dame. Toss to the outside. What was it? False start by the offense. So. So I mean that was a great read by McCord to see that, but they're going the other way from the pole. So I don't get that. So 10 penalties by the tackle. Wow. Empty backfield again. Here they come. Ball's over the top, and that should be pass interference on Notre Dame, and that's going to move the ball up 15 yards. So that should put them at the 50. Where were they? They were at the 30. No, they were at the 35 because of the other penalty. So that should put them to the 20. So now that'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line for Ohio State. Now the offenses are really starting to get into a good rhythm. Defenses are starting to wear down because they've been battling and their energy is draining. So now with that penalty, that puts Ohio State at the 20, 1st and 10. Double wing, single back under the center. Play action. And the ball's out the back of the end zone. So that's going to give you a 2nd down. All right, so McCord's getting the play. He looks a little confused. 2nd and 10. Double wing, 2 up top. Here's a handoff to Henderson. Oh, stumbled and down. Looks like he's picked up 9 yards, because if he stayed on his feet, that was 6. That was 6. Good seal and blocks. Yeah, he was short. It was there. It was definitely there. So 3rd and 1. What do you do right now, Ohio State? I'd say you physically go at them. Under the gun. There it is. And he should have, oh, they're marking him short. 4th down. 4th down now. What does Ohio State do? Fourth and inches. Oh, this is big time now. 4 minutes and count. 4 minutes and 30 seconds and counting. 4th and inches. Ohio State's at right outside the 10-yard line of Notre Dame. And what are they doing? They're trying to goose him? Timeout, Ohio State. It took too long with that little gimmicky stuff, man. If you're going to run the gimmicky stuff, you got to do it a little bit early, because that means you are going to. Now, I will say this. I didn't like the fact that he took the handoff and was trying to roll right. Don't roll right. Go straight at it. It's inches. Trust your offensive line. If you want to delay a half a second to let them get some movement, fine, do that. But do not roll, because you'll give the defense time to recover. Go straight at it. So right now it's 4:17 left in the game. Ohio State has 2 timeouts left. Notre Dame has 2. They're up 14-10 over Ohio State. Ohio State is right outside the 10-yard line of Notre Dame. So this is probably going to be one of, if not the biggest play of the game. Can Notre Dame stop them and hold them? Or can Ohio State capitalize, execute, and get that 1st down? So everyone's all lined up. Notre Dame is pretty much pinched right over the centers and the guard. He's making his adjustments. 4, 3, 2, 1. I do not understand why you would do something like that. You stopped them for a 1-yard loss. I just said it. And that's the problem with Ryan Day. He always tries to get cute, thinking that he's being too smart. No, you run straight at them. I think that's a terrible, terrible call. And I question his capability as a head coach. I've heard other Ohio State fans say this, and I said, no, he's still developing, he's still learning, he's still growing. But that right there is a reason why you don't do that. You go straight at him. Bring your running backs right behind you and have them push you forward. You don't send the motion. And then on top of that, right before the timeout, you had your quarterback try and boot. So the defense is already prepared for that. Watch any type of outside action. Watch any outside action. Terrible job by Ryan Day, man. Terrible job. You attack them up inside, either run it straight at them or have your quarterback try and go and have your running back push from behind. Something to that effect. You now just cost your team the game. I know it's 4 minutes, change of possession. You have 2 timeouts. When you get down to 2 minutes, the clock stops on the first down to set the change, but it'll start back up. So, if Notre Dame, the way they've been going, if they can just move this ball down the field, running and eating up clock, they're going to win this game. They're going to win this game. Ohio State, your coach has lost. Your head coach lost this game for you if you guys lose. Sorry, that's just how I feel. Your head coach lost this game for you. There's no way you run a play like that. Not there. If you want to do that on third down, and on top of that, you lost yardage. So that shows you they were prepared for that. They were ready for that. So, but there you go. So right now, Notre Dame will be taking over at their own 11-yard line when we come back to action. And just quick, let me see. Georgia Tech's up. Georgia Tech 1, Florida 1. LSU is up by 1 point, 30-31 over Arkansas. Arizona beat Stanford 21-20. Yeah, look at that, man. They even had you outnumbered. They had you outnumbered. Terrible job. Terrible job by Ryan Day with that call. Okay, Notre Dame, why are you passing the ball? You should be running to eat up clock. Okay, you made the play, capitalized, good job. Pickup of about 11, 12 yards, moved out to about the 21, 22-yard line. Clock is moving. They gave him 13 yards, so no, 12 yards. So it's to the 23-yard line. All right, so play is being called. 12 seconds left on the play clock. Just broke the huddle. 4, 3. Here's run to estimate right up the middle. And another first down pickup of 11 yards. So Notre Dame now is starting to chew up the clock. They're exactly what I just said. That's what they need to do now. Just start eating up the clock. They're feeling very confident now. Extremely confident now. Estimate 14 carries, 70 yards. Quite 70 yards. Didn't realize he was making that kind of play, making those kinds of yards, but all right, they're in the shotgun, split backfield, tight left, motion right, and I don't know if there's a missed handoff, but tackle for a loss. Looks like it was a missed handoff. So did Ohio State take a timeout? Yeah, it's Ohio State took a timeout. Now they have 1 timeout left. Penn State is now opening up on Ohio State, on Iowa, 30-0. Texas is up 38-6 over Baylor. South Carolina's 37-27 over Mississippi State. 31-17 Minnesota over Northwestern. UNC 35-17 over Pitt. UCF and Kansas State tied at 24. And that's it. Oh, Washington State is up 38-28 over Oregon State, 3:37 in the fourth quarter. So, man, that was a costly play for Ohio State, man. A very costly play. I get being aggressive. I'm all for that. I get it. Go for it, yes. But there's just certain plays that you have to. There, let your line wedge, pinch it, delay it half a second, and let your quarterback, even if he leaps over the top after they get going, something to that effect, or he submarines underneath, getting to the first down line. But I'll continue to question that play going forward. Ryan Day, he needs to be smarter than that. And I can hear plenty of Ohio State's fans questioning that one. Okay, so all right, so we're back, and it's going to be 2nd and 15. 2:28 left in the game. Motion across. They're playing an 8-man box. Here they come with the blitz. And almost a pick. Almost a pick, Notre Dame. I like that. I like the thought. I do. I really do. Screen, just a great job by the defensive end picking up the block. He read the back coming underneath him, so he just barreled off. And if he kept coming upfield, it was there. The play was there. Good job by him, but good try in terms of hitting them with the screen. So now it's 3rd and 15. Clock is stopped. Pretty much, Notre Dame is going to have to run this one just to get the clock going and them to use their timeout. There it is. So, pickup of about 3 yards. And are they using their timeout? Is the clock still running? No, it's still running. Okay, so they're holding on to their timeout. I question that too. Now you're killing yourself because they got 25 seconds left and you got 2 minutes. So, you can hold off a little bit for the punt. Now, if he has a great punt and pins them a little bit further back, this also means that Ohio State has to score the touchdown. There's no field goal opportunities. So they're punting from their own 32-yard line. I don't know why they didn't just snap it. You were down to 1 second. Guys get antsy in those situations, man. When you get down to about 3 seconds, 2 seconds, just snap it. Okay, so now they're punting from their 27. There's the punt. It's away. Ball to the opposite 27. Makes the first defender miss. And he takes a knee at around the 35-yard line. So Ohio State has to go 65 yards for the winning touchdown. So they have 1:26 left in the game. So what do they do? Are they going to go up top or right off the bat, or do they work their way down? Do they attack them in the middle of the field, get the first down, move the sticks, hustle down the field, try and get themselves in position that no matter what, they can at least take a shot to the end zone? So We'll see. Again, you got 65 yards to go. You're at your own 35-yard line. A minute 26, no timeout. One timeout. You have one timeout. So we'll see what happens now. So Georgia's up 42-14 over UAB. Penn State is still up 31 nothing. No changes in any of the scores from before, so I don't have to really go back over them. Yes, it is. UNC's 38-24 over Pitt. So, oh man, no matter what, this has still been a great game for me. I really loved it. I really appreciated this game. Love seeing it. So, um, thank you for everyone who's tapped in throughout the night. You guys have been fabulous. I really appreciate you all. So again, thank you all for being here. I hope you guys have enjoyed the game, the stream. Always make sure that you guys hit the like button and also subscribe to the Hardcore Network as well as Coach Ed's Amazing World of Sports. Make sure you hit the notifications so you know when new content is produced. Like this episode and share always on social medias whenever we put out anything. So thank you again. So Ohio State is lining up. Minute 26 at their 35. They're 3-by-1, 3 to the left. Backs to the right, motioning across. And the pass is incomplete. Or are they saying that's a lateral? All right, they're saying it's an incomplete pass? Okay. The ball was deflected. All right, so it's 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. All right, they're still 3-by-1. The number 3 is closer to the tackle. Ball over the running back's head. And running back was there. He was open. McCord just needed to take his time and just get the ball to him. He rushed it a little bit, so because he was there. He was by himself. He was by himself. That was a first down. I don't know if the pressure is starting to get to him. He needs to settle in, McCord. So, but again, it's 3-by-1. Pretty much same formation. Notre Dame looks like they're in the same alignment. There's the pass, and that's to Ibuka, and looks like it's a first down. That was a pickup of about 13 yards. And there's the pass over the top, incomplete. Actually, it was more than 13 yards. My apologies. Because that was 15. That was about 23 yards. Overthrow. It'll be 2nd and 10. A minute and 1 left in the game. We lined up at the Notre Dame 42. Tight bunch. Quick 3-yard pickup to the tight end and to the flat. So that'll make it a 3rd and 7. 56 seconds left in the game. You got 2 downs to go get 7 yards. Excuse me. All right, so now they're 1 by 3, one to the boundary side. And he's hit as he's throwing the ball. Ball is incomplete. So it's now 4th and 7. 4th and 7 for Notre Dame. 4th and 7. This is it for Ohio State. They have to get a first down. Running back couldn't hold his block. So this is it. 10, 9, 8 seconds on the play clock. 1 by 3. Now flexed out. 2 by. And the ball is snapped. No, it's not. Is it a false start? Timeout Notre Dame. Notre Dame took a timeout. Okay. I get it. 4th and 7. You want to make sure that everyone is on the right page. Do you push the Harrison if he's on this side towards the boundary, and Obuku if he's in the slot? Do you bracket him? What about that tight end? The tight end has been pretty productive all day for Ohio State. So, what do you do? So, right now, 51 seconds. You're lined up, and I think you're on the Notre Dame 42-yard line. 4th and 7. You have to get to the Notre Dame 35-yard line. You have to get to the 35-yard line. So defense is trying to get the crowd to make some more noise. And here we go. So, sorry, they're at the Notre Dame 39-yard line. So they have to get to the 32-yard line. There it is to the tight end, just as I was saying. I'm sorry, no, it's to number 4 on the crosser. First down. That was a good play. Good execution. And good pickup. So, clock is running. Oh, deflected. Ball was deflected. They ran a robber, and he blitzed right underneath the tight end to deflect the pass. Almost had the interception. It was there. They dropped the safety down right into the robber spot, and he was there because the tight end was open if he didn't get it. And good call, good read, good identification of what Ohio State likes to do, and good way to attack it. So that's a good way to try and bracket him. So got 2 by 2, running back in the backfield. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the pickup. Moved down to, looks like it's about, is it about the 13-yard line? There's the snap. Ball deflected away from Marvin Harrison Jr. He said the same thing I was thinking. You got to put it up over the top. Put it up over the top. Read where he is. Yeah, that's up over the top. You can't straight line it. If he puts that up, he lets him go get it, go catch it. Come back to that, man. Come back to that with him. Put him over there again to do that same thing. He singled. Okay, they got him bracketed. So running back out of the flat. If they're going to do that, that should be a penalty. That should be intentional grounding. There was nobody over there. They're saying Marvin Harrison Jr. was over there. That's what I thought. I thought it was intentional grounding. You got to take the timeout, coach. Yep, that's intentional grounding. He was in the tackle box. So there you go. They have to use that timeout. If they don't, they lose 10 seconds. So that's their last timeout because of the penalty. Okay, good defense. He wasn't let him get to that fade towards the sideline, and they had him bracketed. But I still say that running back should have went right out into the flat. If that running back's out to the flat, that play is there. He could have just dumped it to the running back. You needed that running back right there. Just dump it. He can at least get up the field, maybe even to out of bounds. So again, there's some questionable calls that I have in terms of Ohio State offensively. I expect them to be better than this, but it leaves me questioning, the veracity of Ryan Day. How smart is he as a coach? How smart is he? I mean, again, I question this, man. I really question this. So it's 3rd and 19. If you get caught in about infield, they got to sprint to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 1 inch yard line. Get up and spike the ball. You got to get up and spike the ball. 7 seconds. So what do you do? 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Second and goal at the half-yard line. What do you do? What do you do? That was the right read. Right read by McCord there. Can't argue with that. What do you do? What do you do? Do you run it? No, they put it to the 1 yard line. Sorry. Timeout by Notre Dame, their last timeout. All right. This is the game, ladies and gentlemen. This is the game, and this is what it's all about. These moments right here, big primetime programs, the number 9 team in the country, the number 6 team in the country, duking it out, battling it out, going back and forth defensively all game long. Now the offenses start to pick up. It's 14-10, 7 seconds left, second and goal. Now, do you want to take a shot to the end zone real quick with one pass, one play, and see if you can still end up with a couple of seconds left? Or do you just go ahead and try and run it and take it and just risk it all? What does Ryan Day do now at this moment? Can he redeem himself for the other bad calls that he made offensively? Or not bad calls, questionable calls. Can he make up for that? They're in press formation. And 3 seconds left on the clock. 3 seconds. Tried a little sprint action. Harrison to the flat. And McCord just couldn't get the ball there. He just couldn't get the ball there. 25 seconds on the play clock. This is it. This is it. 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. 3rd and goal from the 1 yard line. What do you do? What do you do? Here it is. Touchdown, Ohio State, right as the game ends. Touchdown, Ohio State. Oh, what a heartbreaker for Notre Dame. What a heartbreaker. Do you keep the point? Do you just keep it, or do you kick the extra point? because it's not an official. Are they just going to let it go? What do you do? What wow, what a game. What a break. Man. Yeah, they have to kick the extra point. You just have to kick the extra point. And now I'm questioning the defense, man. Kind of formation is that? What kind of formation is that? Touchdown. What kind of formation was that defensively? I said earlier, you line up and cover all the linemen, but you gave gaps. When you give gaps, you just need a yard. Notre Dame, poor call right there defensively. That was a poor call. You now just gave Ohio State the win. You gave Ohio State the win at the last 3 seconds of the game. Wow. What a play. What a call. Ryan Day, you live to fight another day. You redeemed yourself on that one. You redeemed yourself. I still have I still have questions about some of the calls you made earlier, but Notre Dame, I don't know what you were thinking about that play right there. I don't know what you were thinking. The whole front offensive line should have at least been covered. The front line should have been covered. No, his knees are not down. They're in the air. And the ball hits the plane of the goal line. Touchdown. Touchdown, Ohio State. Right now it's 16-14. I mean, do they give them the extra point? Do they make them score the extra point? That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown. Wow. What a call. What a call. Questionable calls on both sides by the coaches, man. I just can't stress it enough, man. There's so many questionable calls, down the stretch. I don't know why you run that type of a defensive formation. I don't. I don't know why you run that. Ryan Day, you got lucky there, bro. I'm gonna be honest, you got lucky. Touchdown is confirmed. Oh, they're putting 1 second on the clock. Oh, 1 second. So that means they have to kick it off now. They have to kick it because this is a one untimed down, and then with 1 second, the opportunity is there still. I mean, it's a really long, 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 long shot, but kick the extra point, Ryan Day. Don't get too cute, man. Just kick the extra point. Go up by one. I mean, go up by three. You still have to kick it off no matter what. So, wow. All I can say is, okay, so there's the extra point. Let me update the score. 17-14. 17-14. When all I can say is, wow. Wow. I questioned some of the calls going down to Ryan Day, Marcus Freeman. I question that call right there. Defensively, well, it's not you, it's your defensive coordinator. But when you're at the 1 yard line, that's a defensive call you do not call. You can't call that. Now, you're going to do a lot of laterals and all that good stuff right now, looking for an opening. If I'm Ryan Day, I want that ball in the end zone. Just kick it in the end zone. If you can kick it out the back of the end zone, kick it out, and then allow you to play coverage, man. Because you don't want to take a chance right now that on the kickoff return, guys miss and then they're gone. Put it out the back of the end zone. So it's 1 second left on the clock. See, that's what I'm talking about. You kick the ball out of bounds. That's why you kick it out of the back of the end zone. This you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make this stuff up. The coaches are putting these kids in positions that they're gonna keep making mistakes like this. And wow. Wow. 1 second though. 1 second on the clock. Wow. Georgia's up 49-21. Indiana's up 17-10. Penn State won 31-0. So basically, Ohio State is really decoying. They're going to stalk it. And the game is over with. So that's going to be the final score, 17-14. Ohio State over Notre Dame. Man, it's been a crazy, crazy game, a long day, but a really great game. Again, thanks to everyone who tuned in. I really appreciate you all. And I hope you guys had a great time watching the game. So thanks again for tuning in, everyone. Have a great night. Peace.